Good evening, everyone. My name is Lunar, but you can call me Maxwell. Either or works. And welcome to the Checkerboard Chat Podcast. So, how has your day been? Um, that is a rhetorical question, but I know your day has probably been rough, especially because of this past week. I can relate because of school and stuff and work. You guys are probably just tired, just as tired as I am. But don't worry, you're not alone in this situation. But I will say, this week it has been rough for some people, especially because people are tired and people, I don't know, just people are typically tired, just like me, and that's normal. So I wish you guys well, and I wish you guys a good night's rest while you listen to this episode, or wherever you are in the world. While you listen to this, I wish you a good night or a good day, wherever you may be while watching this podcast. Without further ado, let's go into some topics that we will be talking about today. So what's been recently happening is harsh weather changes. Because it's starting to shift into spring, it's been mostly forecasted to be mostly rain, showers, apparently mist. Every time I go outside, it kind of looks like Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I like it when it looks like that. As someone who really enjoys spring, even though it terribly activates my allergies, it's not as bad as winter though, but even though it activates my allergies, it's still pretty calming to just see the rain. You know, it feels nice on my skin, it just feels nice to breathe in the fresh air of rain. But if you don't like it, give me your honest opinion and tell me in the comments below. You don't have to, but that's optional. I just want you to enjoy these episodes instead of having you do anything that is required. All you need to do is just listen. That's all. That already helps me out a lot. But yeah, because of the weather, my mood's been pretty well. If it's doing quite the opposite to you, I'm sorry, but I typically like it when it rains a lot because it puts me in a good mood. It's very calming to me. The sounds of rain actually helps me go to sleep. I do have sleeping problems, so putting on some rain ambience or cafe ambience, rain and cafe ambience is like the best combination ever. Typically puts me to sleep, but as long as I have some sort of sleep aid, as well as the ambience, then I'm asleep. It's been what I've been trying to do for the past week because, you know, I've been having trouble sleeping because of stress and stuff. But I hope I can be not stressed, because I don't want to be stressed. I want to be okay. I just don't want to feel stress. But if you too are feeling the stress that I'm currently feeling, it's okay, because you're not alone in the stress situation. Aside from the weather changes, I did find one of my favorite instruments. I typically play a lot of instruments. I used to play, I think my first ever instrument was technically not really an instrument, I guess, but I started playing a bit of guitar when I was extremely young. Like an out-of-tune tiny guitar. It was probably like a ukulele, but I owned a tiny ukulele and a out-of-tune guitar that is probably locked up in my closet. It's probably still out of tune to this day. I ended up getting a keyboard, which is kind of a crappy keyboard. It doesn't really sound like a piano. It's like those cheap Walmart keyboards. I don't know if you've ever had them. But it kind of looks like a MIDI keyboard, but it's larger than my desk. It's probably it's shorter than me, but it's kind of like a really long, big, and unnervingly wide MIDI keyboard. That sounds terrible because it's cheap and it's from Walmart. But I also, for like serious starters, I seriously started playing the violin when I was like growing up and stuff. And I kind of enjoyed it. It did hurt my arms a lot because I didn't like setting up stuff. I didn't like setting up my shoulder rest because I know how it is. If you are currently a violin player, then I'm glad to hear that. Also, the instrument does sound really beautiful. The violin is truly one of it is one of my favorite instruments to play. But I also started to draw back from violin and started playing flute, which I'm currently playing flute. And I'm also currently playing the kalimba, which I don't know if you know what that is. It's like keyboard, not really keyboard, it's like a piano, but it's handheld. I can give you a bit of a sample. Let me play a C note on my kalimba. There you go, you just heard my kalimba there. It's probably not picking up, but it's there. And I also currently have a tiny instrument that I bought from Walmart that does actually sound very high quality. And you know what that is? My harmonica. So, I recently got a Walmart harmonica that was surprisingly cheap. It was about $3 for like a cheap plastic metal harmonica. And it is surprisingly good quality. I really liked annoying my parents with the harmonica because it was surprisingly good, yet the most annoying thing in the house and then I started like playing VR games with it and kind of just having it in my mouth while I just kind of like communicate with people in VR, like Among Us and stuff. I typically usually play VR when I'm bored or on my free time. But yeah, I play the harmonica until I ended up having it get lost. It just disappeared out of thin air and I couldn't find it. So it was just gone for like 1 to 2 months, like a month or two. And then just today, I ended up finding that same exact harmonica by one of my family members. It was just in a chair for no reason. And I can give you a sample of it. I'm just gonna have to turn off the music because it is loud. So brace your ears. Oh. There you go. That's some good harmonica action. I probably will start doing more content with the harmonica. I may probably do like a gameplay episode where I'm playing both Minecraft Bed Wars armed whilst a harmonica is just shoved in my mouth. Because I feel like that's funny. And plus it sounds annoying because it is annoying. And yeah. It's an annoying instrument, according to my family. But I quite like it because it's an annoying thing. Or it's just like a fun thing to have around. I just play it when something happens. I don't know. But yeah. So, aside from the instruments, because I have played a bit of instruments, and I have dabbled in a bit of instruments when I was young, aside from all of that, I do want to get into a recent story that happened like about a week ago. Well, it technically actually happened like what? This week or last week, I couldn't remember, but it was on a weekend, and I really wasn't feeling the best during the day. I, for some reason, was just feeling sick, and so was my family. I don't know. Something, like, made us get sick, so I was just not feeling great, both probably physically, but mostly mentally, for some reason, I don't know. And, I just, I just wanted to go to IHOP, you know? I like IHOP, I missed IHOP. I did wanted to get, like, their Girl Scout cookie flavored, Thin Mint, pancakes, which sounds amazing. But I didn't get it. And why did I not get it? Because I didn't feel good. I recently started working out too, and trying my best to get in better health and better shape, but it really just wasn't working. Just eating straight up, like, sweets. I do want to lay off cakes and stuff that could possibly be really sweet. So, I'm trying my best to, like, eat more kind of protein-inducing stuff and electrolyte-inducing stuff, and trying my best to keep my health balanced, because I don't know how I eat a lot of candy and my health hasn't declined, but it probably will catch up to me when I get older. But nonetheless, I decided to order myself a fruit. Is it like a fruit salad? I guess it was a fruit salad, but it just came in a regular salad. It had some lettuce, with some ranch dressing, which I like. I have mixed feelings with ranch, because ranch is good when it's with baby carrots, or with salad, or with anything that isn't burgers or isn't pizza. Just anything fast food related that is compared with ranch is instantly just terrible, just in my opinion. But anything that is fresh or savory, like vegetables and stuff, tastes amazing with ranch. But that's my rant with ranch, I guess. So it had like some lettuce, some tomatoes. It apparently had some cheese in it, which I really like cheese. I've been eating cheese my entire life. It was probably the first thing I ever ate. No, I mostly ate oranges, but that really messed me up. I really still do like oranges, because, I don't know, I really like tangy stuff and sour stuff. I'm able to handle sour and quite frankly sweet tangy stuff like fruit, kiwis, and probably other fruits as well. Even tasteless fruits, I can still kind of taste a taste in them. But stuff like spicy food or Mexican food, I can't handle for some reason. Everybody's different with their spice tolerance, and I could one time handle salsa at one point. Now every time I have salsa, I cough. As long as it's not like extremely spicy salsa, I'm okay with it. See what I do. I tend to get on rants and stuff. I tend to trail off my main direct focus. And that's because of my ADHD. Shout out to that. I don't know how it can get that bad, but it varies. I know it varies, but back on the task at hand. Okay. Back on the actual story. So had some good stuff in it, had some good vegetables. I like me some vegetables, and it had avocados in it. Which you guys don't know this, but I love avocados. I love guacamole. If it's in a taco, I will eat it. I will absolutely eat it, because it's fresh, it's savory, it tastes amazing. And when I first had it, it was like salsa, but in my opinion, just better. But I couldn't get like a few bites in, because I just felt nauseous. Even though I had like a side of mac and cheese, I still felt full, which was probably because I already had like some snacks before, but I was hungry. But maybe the mac and cheese made me full. I don't know. But I ate some of the avocados. The avocados were really good. Compared with the salad and stuff, dipped in ranch, it was amazing. But later on, I still kind of felt like worse and worse. So when I went home, I just laid in my bed and chill. And then I go to my PC, just watch some YouTube, and then I started gaining a habit of biting my upper and lower lip, because it's kind of like what I do to fidget. Because I'll like fidget with random things around my desk, like my blanket, or like my hands, or like I'll occasionally just bite my upper or lower lip. And it's kind of a habit that I've gained, as well as picking and biting my nails. But I started like, I somehow managed to bit my lips so hard to the point where it kind of hurt and kind of flared, and I'm like, okay. And then I started like not necessarily feeling good, but just kind of having that off feeling. Like, you know you're okay, but there's just something off that probably does need to be addressed. So I was like, okay, this isn't good. So I decided to just lay down and kind of just ignore it. And then my lip swelled up, and I'm like, okay, this isn't good. I wasn't really freaking out. I was just confused, wondering why my lip was just extremely swollen and extremely like it was tingly. I didn't like it. And so later on I was like, you know, I should probably tell my parents about this, because this may be some sort of allergic reaction that I'm having. So I just walk in with my lips just straight up swollen. I'm like, hey, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Can we have some, like, can I have, like, an antidote or something? And then my parents just start freaking out. Like, everybody starts freaking out, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, I'm just kind of confused. I'm tired. I really, really want to go to bed. I was rejecting the thought of having melatonin, because I could have slept through an allergy and possibly had a chance of, like, actually dying because of that allergy. But I'm fine now. I can reassure you guys, I'm fine now. I am now, unfortunately and officially, allergic to avocados. It was by far the saddest thing I ever had to find out for myself, because finding out that one of my parents is allergic to avocados and almost anything that is uncooked, like carrots or bananas, melon, watermelon, cantaloupe, just anything unless it's cooked. And avocados was one of the things that were fresh on the thing. So yeah, that's that. And it's sad, because I do really enjoy guacamole. I do really enjoy avocados. Avocados are kind of a staple in Mexican culture. My parents and my relatives really like it. So it's sad to just not have avocados anymore. So that kind of made me sad. And I'm also like allergic to a thing now. I typically only have seasonal allergies, like occasional stuffy and congested nose, like occasional tiredness. I don't know if you guys get that, but just like tiredness and downright awful mood. That could just be me though. But yeah, it's just congested nose, or just anything related to that, to the point where sleeping is the most annoying thing, because one side of my nose will be congested, and I'll be reminiscing about how I could actually breathe out of two of my nostrils. And it sucks because of seasonal allergies. You guys can probably relate, because you guys probably have just as bad as allergies as I do, if not even worse. And I hope you guys are doing well, because it's spring, so there's going to be a lot of pollen, a lot of, you know, plants and stuff, and a lot of the air is just going to be kind of just filled with pollen and stuff soon. So I wish you guys luck for allergy season. But yeah, this week was kind of crazy, I would say. I kind of disappeared for a bit. I planned a Q&A. it kind of flopped, and I started a podcast about a month ago. Um, would I say this podcast is going well so far? I would say it's a start. Not everything goes to plan. Not everything blows up as soon as it's on the internet, especially because of where I'm at right now. It probably won't even get noticed unless something happens, unless like 100 people notice it, which would be nice, but not everything can just go according to plan, and I understand that. If you are currently struggling with just anything in general, just gaining a following, just know that there is going to be hope somewhere. There will at some point be a moment where one of your content will blow up, like one of my shorts did, and you will gain a following for a bit. And if that does happen, then good for you. This podcast, like I said, is just meant for like a solo host, just meant for by myself until I can at least gain some online friends and probably have them as guests, or have one of them to be my permanent guest, because I'd love another guest on this podcast. I'd love to have kind of like a companion or a business partner to just be on my podcast, because I really do want to like make episodes and just talking about stories that have happened in the past, and I hope this podcast will be entertaining to you. And if you're still watching out there, for those who are just, and generally just trying to sleep or just need something to kind of just occupy your mind, then I understand. And if you want to see more of this podcast, go ahead and like and subscribe, because that is already a huge help to my channel. Because not only will you never miss any podcast episodes from the Checkerboard Chat Podcast, you also get to never miss any of my videos, short streams. I do a lot of variety content on here, and I wish to do even more, such as music, possibly, and even more in the future. And I hope I'm able to achieve those possible goals in my life and in my career. So following this podcast is already one of the biggest helps you could do for this channel. I'd like to say thank you for watching the first official episode of my podcast, and I hope you are having a good night so far, or good day, wherever you are. I will be uploading again on Saturday 10 p.m., and I hope to see you guys next week. See you guys tomorrow night.